to my review for The Light Between Oceans. The Light Between Oceans is by the director of Blue Valentine and The Place Beyond the Pines, and stars Alicia Vikander and Michael Fassbender, and it is about the main character being Michael Fassbender, who was in the war and is sort of tired of humanity. He doesn't really feel a need to go on for much longer, and he just wants to sort of be away, so he decides to take up a job at a lighthouse, and he'll just turn the light on and off, and he lives far away from most of humanity. But eventually he meets Alicia Vikander, who he falls in love with, and they both fall in love and live at the lighthouse, and some weird stuff goes down. That's all I'm going to say, because I personally believe that this trailer spoiled way too much about the movie. So I don't want to say much more, because if I hadn't known some of the stuff they showed in the trailer, then I would have liked this movie a lot more. However, The Light Between Oceans I did think was a pretty good movie. The performances from everyone were just fantastic. Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander, they both had great chemistry together, and they both worked really, really well, and you believed them as a couple. And when they were going through rough times, you believed that they were actually going through it. And it's not just them, the entire ensemble is all fantastic throughout the entire movie. And also, the cinematography is amazing. It's some of the best of 2016. Just some of the shots of the ocean and the shots of the lighthouse, it's all very, very well shot. In fact, there's a couple images that I thought that could be a painting. If you just took that image out and you put it on a wall, that could be a painting. It could very easily be that. The music was also very, very well used. They didn't have a lot of score constantly. The score sort of came in and out of the movie, but it came in and out in a very, very good way. And the dialogue was also very well written. It felt very realistic, and it was just a really well done aspect of the movie. And the characters also were just great. Again, fantastically acted by Alicia Vikander and Michael Fassbender, which is the main reason you want to go to this movie. It's the main reason most people will want to, is because those two actors are up-and-comers, and I don't think that they'll get Oscar nominations for it, but they definitely did a great job. However, I definitely do think the cinematography will for sure get an Oscar nomination, because it's the best I've seen of 2016 so far, and we're through the majority of the year. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if in the end it wins it, because it was some very good cinematography. However, this movie is also a very flawed movie. It's incredibly melodramatic to a crazy degree. Blue Valentine and The Place Beyond the Pines I have not seen, but from what I hear, those aren't melodramatic movies in any sense of the fashion. They're actually very dramatic and thorough and realistic movies, and this one, it had a shade of realism in the dialogue, but it's also a very melodramatic movie and at times cheesy. It's not Nicholas Sparks level cheesy, it never reaches that height, but it's very, very much a melodramatic movie, and sometimes it went too far with some of the drama. I can take a certain amount of melodrama, but at a part it just becomes too much. As I said, the trailer spoils way too much about this movie. You practically know everything about it except for the last 30 minutes in the movie, which I hate these days. I hate it why trailers have to show so much. I understand that you're showing the plot of the movie and there's still the finale to show, but please just talk about the first 30 minutes of the movie. I don't care if there's a huge thing that comes later, because if I went into this movie just knowing that it was about Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander living on a lighthouse, that's all I would need to know. So if you haven't seen any of the trailers yet, I'd highly suggest staying away from them. And also, the film eventually gets quite tiring. For the first hour, I thought that this could be one of the best movies of 2016. It was amazing, but it eventually just got tiring, and the melodrama just wore itself too thin. And I also do think that this movie was a tad too long. It went on for a certain degree that it didn't need to go on for. So that was annoying, but overall, I liked The Light Between Oceans. Not a very memorable movie, not a movie I'm going to think about many years down the line, but it was overall a good movie. I do have one more point I want to bring up, but it's somewhat of a spoiler, so I'll wait for that to happen until the end of the review, since I'm doing that with spoilers now. So I'll give The Light Between Oceans a 6.5 out of 10. Good movie, enjoyable, and you're definitely going to go for the performances. Alright, so now if you have not seen it, please skip the video, and if you want to watch it, then watch it, come back here and watch this part. If you don't, then just skip this part altogether. Alright, so at the end of the movie, the little girl, that because they found the baby in the middle of the ocean. It was a shipwreck. They found the little girl, and 4 years old now. And eventually, the little girl has to realize that she can't be with who her mother was for the first 4 years of her life, and has to be with the other person. However, they rush that so quickly. It's basically she goes from I hate you, I don't want to be with you, I want to be with my deserved mother, which is Alicia Vikander, to oh, I'm fine with you, I can be with you, and that was so rushed. It was just one character being with the little girl on a horse for about 2 minutes, and then boom, she's fine with it, which is completely unrealistic and not what a 4-year-old would think. I don't care how wise that man is. I don't care if he's genius or anything. No, not possible. Okay, so that is my biggest issue with the movie. Still, Light Between Oceans is a 6.5 out of 10. I still enjoyed it, and I would say if you're fine with melodrama and you're looking for a romantic movie, it would be a good movie to see. Alright, that concludes my review. I am Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.